Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Damron. We're playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. We're on Mission 9 or Memory 9 in Old Friend. This is on plus difficulty. We're playing through the game trying to beat every memory as fast as possible or getting the highest score on the mission so that we can get the Completionist achievement as well as the way it's meant to be achievements, which is to beat the game on plus or plus hard game modes as well as achieving the highest score or fastest time on each memory. As I've mentioned in previous portions of the guide, I'm not going to talk over this entire guide, right? I'm only going to kind of chime in on some parts that I found a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult to kind of tell you what I did or what you can expect. You know, this is an older game. I know that it's a super fun game, guys. If you haven't checked it out, it's a 2D kind of side-scrolling shadow stealth game. Very, very fun. So we're playing on Shadow, doing the Shadow Gold playthrough, which means that we're not going to be able to kill anybody unless the mission indicates that we have to. Okay, so for the most part, you're going to be able to just kind of follow the path that I take. And again, I'll chime in as some more difficult parts may arise. This is a longer level, actually, and there's a few challenging areas, and we'll touch on them as we go. One of them is actually right here, because when you get into this little side hiding spot, the guy that is right here, he turns around rather quickly, so don't run too fast. If you're moving at all when you're in his cone of vision, he will spot you. So you just kind of have to take it slow, because the guy on the right, his cone of vision will eventually cover the second half there. So you see I kind of just move slowly, and then as soon as they're about to turn around, I just stop moving. All right, keep in mind, we're also just kind of normal gamers, right? We're not trying to do anything crazy and set any world records. So if you do fail a part, you can always hit start and restart your checkpoint. All right, you can do that at any time. Just keep in mind, if you do reach the next checkpoint of a level and it pops up and it says like Shadow Silver or Shadow Bronze or anything, you can no longer go back. Okay, so if you reach a checkpoint and you mess up, then you're going to have to restart the level. So just keep that in mind. This part right here is a little bit tricky because the floorboards on the top and bottom do make noise when you step on them. So you see that kind of cone of noise that popped when I dropped down. You want to make sure that cone of noise does not insert this guy's yellow circle when you drop down. That's about the only tricky part about this section. The rest of it, rescuing the lady, is just kind of taking your time. This is a person that you are going to kill. You saw earlier, you can always check who you can kill by clicking down on the left stick, and if the person is yellow, then you'll be able to kill that person. So let's get moving on into Memory 9, an old friend, and I'll chime in on, again, some of the more challenging parts. Now in that part right there, when you saw me go around that post, do wait a second before you jump to the plant life, because that guy that's on the further left, he does kind of turn around and glance for a second. You want to make that jump after he glances back. All right, so this part coming up actually I found kind of tricky. I did kind of mess up a few times, but when you drop down here, you're going to want to hit a noise dart on this guy all the way as far kind of up to the right as you can, and then as quick as you can, firecracker these guys and jump off. Now you don't want to be too far to the right on the platform that you jump off of, or you'll actually hit that platform that the guy's on. If you do it like I did, kind of stay far to the left, you know, noise dart, firecracker, jump, you should land all the way at the bottom and be able to get right into that plant life before anybody's out of their stun phase, which is a little bit different, you know, than some of the guides that I'd seen. You know, obviously the older guides, say when this game came out.
No!
So this section that we're entering right here, this is pretty challenging as well, because the guys that are up top, you see their cone of vision, they go up and down pretty quickly, and you're not going to be able to move much by the time that they're back down. So you see I'm just kind of taking my steps, I'm kind of edging forward, and eventually you're just going to have to wait in this plant life for this polearm guard to eventually turn around and, you know, get back the other way. You don't want to try and make it, you know, when he goes to the left there. You see how he just instantly turned around. But once he's past there, you can go to this pole, and we're going to get into this kind of dark door here that's in the wall. Now you're safe from their cone of vision while you're in the wall, but when you're in these things, right, if I move, those cone of visions will actually spot me. And the timing here is hard. So what I like to do is throw a noise dart to distract the guy that's on the left. That way I'll only have to worry about the cone of vision that's on the right. And if you do it this way, it's a lot easier. If you try to kind of time it to where both of these guys' cones are up and down so you can move, it becomes very tricky to get through that part because they're going up and down so fast. So use a noise dart on the guy on the left. If you need to use two, then by all means go for it.
I am forever grateful.
You don't have to go up here, by the way. I don't know why I ran up here. I just habitually was like, oh, I need to go up here, but you don't.
Got it. No, please no.
So you would definitely want to wait until that guard there on the right does his first turnaround, and then once he does, we're going to go back and we're going to use a noise dart to get this guy to look the other way. At that point, you can go ahead and assassinate him, and you can throw him into this cover back here. You can also jump back in here if you need to, okay? If you feel like you're going to get spotted and that other guard is coming quickly, you can go ahead and jump in there, and you can wait until he's turned around and walking the other way. All right, you can definitely do that, because as you can see, his cone of vision will get all the way to that concubine that you have to save. So if you don't think you have enough time to save that concubine, then go ahead and just hide the body, jump in here, and you can wait until he's where he is now, and then you could go over there and save him. So the way I did it's a little bit faster, but again, this is not a speed mission, so if you're having trouble with that, then just, you know, take the extra time so that you can get that secondary objective done. This part right here, it looks a lot scarier than it is because there's a lot of people, but they tend to kind of block each other's vision. This section's really just about taking your time and not rushing it, and because what's going to get you spotted is that guard right there that kind of looks back. You want to move right after he looks back, right? So all of your movements are once he looks back, and then we're kind of progressing on. And then once you get here, you're like, man, there's a ton of people. How am I going to get past this? And what you're going to use is a noise dart to get this polearm guy to turn to his right once these two guys to your left have passed you. Once you do that, his body's going to block the guy on the right, and then you can just drop down and shimmy across this bridge. We'll use a noise dart to get him to look the other way, and you can pop up and move your way across as long as the guy that's on the top deck is not looking over, scanning across as he is now. So I'd wait for him to look to the left, throw another noise dart, and then I'll pop across. That part right there, you know, looks a lot trickier than it is, but it's really not that bad if you just kind of do what I just did.
希望能一直都这么平静。啊！我会照你，你也别忘了照我。随时保持警戒。
Got it.
Alright, so that's going to wrap it up for Memory 9, an old friend in our Assassin's Creed Chronicles China playthrough on getting the fastest times and highest score on each mission. I hope you guys are enjoying this guide. I know it's older, a lot of you won't find it, but that's fine. I'm enjoying it. I hope you are too, and I hope I see you in Memory 10.